The amount of crazy shit that Nintendo is doing is fucking insane. I have just been playing Borderlands 4, having fun with Borderlands 4, and I'm getting on my news feed automatically about two fucking crazy things that Nintendo has been doing as of recently. So let me just get to it real quick with you guys. So the first one is still based on the whole entire lawsuit that they're having for Palworld, is based on the patent of summoning a character to fight another character. Now here's the thing, they actually got a way to go ahead and get a patent in the USA, which is going to be an issue. So basically, of course, we've all played Pokemon. If you summon an actual monster or a character like a Pokemon to fight another character, that mechanic or that type of gameplay is now patented by Pokemon Company and Nintendo, which is fucking insane. The fact that now that will affect games such as Shin Megami Tensei, even things like Borderlands, because there are characters that summon actual other things such as turrets, or even certain characters such as like for instance Borderlands 2, the Mechromancer summons a robot. There is Flack, who summons all types of animals, and that could affect that as well. It can affect things like Temtem and other games that have similar aspects. But the fact that anybody can patent that and can actually make it into a thing where, a company owns that type of mechanic is weird. That's like me going ahead and patenting the ability to use a gun in a video game, and that affects things like Call of Duty, Halo, freaking Splitgate 2, and even freaking Overwatch 2. That's really insane. It gets to a point where it's like, bro, you are cutting the idea of companies actually trying to make a similar game or try to be any type of way of, let's say, competition, because Palworld was automatically some type of competition for Nintendo as of recently. But let's be real, let's be absolutely real. Even if they didn't go ahead and have that patent, let's say if they have some type of competition, of course they're still gonna make some type of fucking money, because it's Pokemon. Literally, you have diehard Pokemon fans that love the series. You have people who are willing to go ahead and buy the brand new game for Pokemon and try to give more to the actual series and try to promote towards the actual series. And what's weird to me is that the fact that I don't understand why this is a threat to Pokemon Company, where even in one company, like Pokemon are considered ambassadors. Pokemon have still Pokemon Go, which is making decent amount of money. It's still other games that they're making money off of. And it's weird to me that people can like patent a type of move set or a type of mechanic in the game. It's off for me. It's really, really off for me. As I said, like for instance, as I said, it's Pokemon. Like you're not gonna go ahead and have no issue with that. Like for instance, if Pokemon decided, oh, you know what, we're gonna take Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue and resell them on the Nintendo eShop or the Nintendo store on the Switch, I'm telling you right now, people will buy that in bundles. People will buy like a possible physical copy of it if they came out with that. As I said, if they do things like even the Hoenn series, the Johto series, the Kanto series, the Galea series, like even things such as like any type of series that like from like up to like DS or 3DS, and they get to a point where they put it on the Switch to be rebought, people are gonna rebuy it and they're gonna make money because it's Pokemon. To take this mechanic away from other actual people to want to go ahead and to explore and try to make games inspired by that, or games that are like, using the similar mechanics, such as, I don't know, even Final Fantasy for summoning things like Aeons, or summoning such as, Ifrit, freaking Odin, even Bahamut. It's really, really insane. So that, like, because it's very, very vague. Literally, it says the patent covers the gameplay mechanic of summoning a character and letting it fight another. It's literally going to a point where it's very, very, very vague. In other words, your standard Pokemon battle. So naturally, the full patent is more specifically defined, denoting a character moving in a virtual space who summons a sub-character and can move automatically fight another character. You see, that does that for certain characters, that does that for certain games, and it's really, really off. I don't know what Nintendo is doing, but Nintendo and Pokemon Company need to chill the fuck out with this shit. And that's not even one of the major issues that I'm having with. So, we already know Pokemon ZA is coming out. What is insane to me? We finally got the idea that Mega Evolutions are going to make a return. Why in the hell they are stuck behind the actual subscription, the online subscription, is really behind. Like, it's weird to me. Literally, the Gen 6 starters, Mega Evolutions, are locked behind PvP. Are we kidding right now? I remember playing X and Y, and you would have to find even sometimes the Mega Evolution, like out on the field. Like, you could just look for that for Mega Evolutions for Mewtwo, X and Y. Even for, like, you know, like, let's say for instance, like, you have the actual Mega Evolutions for Charizard and so on and so forth, and people would be able to find them in the area, or possibly for exploring, or even going to a point where they're going more further into the game. It's weird to me that they actually do that. It's weird to me that it gets to a point that they do something like that. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think I will never understand it, because it seems weird. It seems very, very fucking weird. It's weird to go ahead and lock something which, like, is a major thing in the game to a point where you know, they have to have online, or they have to do PvP online, with a lot of people don't do PvP, because in true honesty, there is a PvP community for Pokemon, but it's not as pushed as it's supposed to be. If we're gonna try to do this to push the PvP, this is the wrong way to fucking do it. This is the absolute wrong way to do it. I would say do stuff like bring back the Battle Frontier, but this is the wrong way to do it. One thing that I could find that is very hilarious about, you know, locking this behind, I'm going to see, like, there's a possibility that they're gonna make it like a timed event. Like, oh, this event, if you do this amount of PvP matches, then you get the Mega Evolution for Greninja. It's like, bro, come on, really? And then when you miss out in that event, guess what? You can't get it until the event comes back, which is fucking weird. So I don't know what Nintendo and Pokemon Company are doing, but they really need to stop doing shit like this. This is gonna get to a point where now Pokemon fans are gonna get to, like, very, very, very tired of this shit. They're gonna get real tired of it and be like, you know what, we're just gonna wait until the next person comes out with something even better. And that's what Power World did. That's what a lot of other people have done. Tem did it, and a lot of people are now gonna have to face the consequences because of the fact that this patent is going to fuck with them. Now players of Pokemon are gonna have to deal with the fact that it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get Mega Evolutions because they're locked behind the PvP. It's very, very weird. It's extremely weird, and I am not behind Nintendo on this. I think Nintendo needs to change this shit. Pokemon Company needs to change this shit. It's very, very weird. It's something that I would never stand behind. I think people need to understand that shit like this is exactly why a game fails. It will end up failing because of this. But sadly, this won't fail because it's Pokemon. People will buy it because simply it's Pokemon, which is a thing that sucks. And you know what? I just hope things like this, I hope people understand that when you put money into a company, that's their power. Don't put money into a company. If you want a game to change or a company to change, do not put money into the company. It makes sense. I have not played a Call of Duty game in years because of the fact that I hated the changes that they fucking did. Last game I played Call of Duty was literally either World War II or Black Ops 4. And I have not played a game of Call of Duty ever since. Because guess what? I was mostly playing Overwatch during the time. But with that, as I said, I hope Nintendo and the Pokemon Company gets their shit together, because this is not fun. I know a lot of people that will possibly agree with me on that. That shit is not fun.